Talking about the Clint Eastwood movie, Cry Macho. I could give you the synopsis on the movie. It's basically so like my dad wanted to watch the movie because he was in town, and I'm just like, well, I already saw Shang-Chi. You already saw Shang-Chi, right, Derek? Yeah. So I was just like, well, it's either see Shang-Chi again or watch Cry Macho, the Clint Eastwood movie. It's based off a book from like the 70s, or it's some old book, but basically the premise is he's like a retired rodeo dude, and his employer like fires him, but then like some year late, like a year or two later, he's like, hey, I need my son back. He's in Mexico, and his wife or his mom is a drunk lady who likes having sex with men. So I need you. Hey, Carlos, hi. Here, let me turn off some stuff for you so that way you can not get distracted. But I'm just talking about Cry Macho here. Strife. But anyways, Cry Macho. Oh, it's Eric. I'll turn you off to see your disembodied head. Or your body. Anyways, Cry Macho. So he has to like, get his kid from Mexico. And then he learns that he's a cockfighter. Illegal cockfighting, but he's like holding his own. And I'm doing this for content, by the way. But yeah. So he gets his kid from Mexico, and then the kid does not trust Clint Eastwood at all, because he's just like, well, but then he's just like, well, your dad has a ranch. Every boy wants to own a ranch, right? And live the dream in Texas, right? So they spend several days like trying to convince. Well, okay, he needs like one night to convince the kid to go with him back to Texas, and then after some scenes and stuff, he's like, all right, I'll go with you. And the kid is kind of like, you know, kind of like a ruffian, kind of thinks he knows everything, but he doesn't. And then Clint Eastwood gets him out of some sticky situations. Some guys from the horny mom trying to come and get him. It's like, you get that a gringo trying to run away from us, and they steal some cars. He meets some lady that owns a restaurant. And then they meet up several times, and he develops feelings for her. Yada yada yada. Runs into the guys again. Yeah, I mean, I'm just glad my dad liked it. But basically, he makes it back to Texas, drops his kid off at the border, and then he goes back to that lady. And then I was like, that's the whole movie. That was the movie. Yeah. Yeah. There were, I mean, I think the main plot point is that the old Clint Eastwood is kind of like this kid where he's just like doing his own thing, and he thinks he knows everything, but he doesn't. And so he's trying to teach his kid that, you know, I guess not all people are so bad, and maybe you can trust your father a little more. I don't know. I guess he's kind of like the father figure in the movie. It's alright. I don't think it was terrible. But there were some unexplained nuances. But it was alright. And that was my movie review of Cry Macho. Anyways, let's go play some more Fall Guys, huh?